guys, welcome to the Unpopular Opinion. I'm Kemi.
Claire.
Prim. And we're real.
Raw.
And
we're saying it all.
This week's episode of the Unpopular Opinion was shot at Protea Skies Hotel.
Right, guys. Welcome. If you have not subscribed, just pause. And we request of you that you subscribe. Yeah? Welcome to the family. Those of you who have already subscribed, welcome back. Today, we're just going to give you a little bit of a glimpse on our fame, because we're kind of famous now. Yeah? We are. Just a glimpse of what it looks like to be us now that everybody knows us.
There's a reason why you guys are not moderating this, guys. I don't even know where she gets the confidence to say these words. In my head, I'm just
That's the thing. You know, as I said, we're doing this topic. Okay, we're actually doing this topic. Okay.
I'm like, is it?
Okay.
We are famous. First, leave these ones. We are famous. Everyone knows us. We have the biggest YouTube channel, one of the biggest YouTube channels in the country. And we're here to tell you our experience. We've been content creators for a couple of years, but we've been on Unpopular Opinion for a year and a half now, maybe. A year and a half now. And yeah, we blew up at some point. And we're going to talk about everything. Private lives, how it has affected our private lives, our public lives, image and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So first question, for the first thing I want us to talk about is our private lives. How has, now, at the very least, 45,000 people know us. Prim, 50,000.
It's wild to think about it in that
50,000 people know you. Like, there's not even a stadium. Is there a stadium for more than, for 50K?
In Uganda?
In Uganda?
Is
there?
Who?
Who?
Our
we hope, we pray, billionaire. But can you imagine being on stage and 50,000 people are watching you? That's literally what it is. Fiona, how has it affected your private life?
Not much. I feel like, generally things are not very, very, very different.
Yeah.
I feel like what's different, in my private life is, there's like specific things you talk about often. Now, like for me, I like to talk about singlehood because I just feel like it's a beautiful season of life that we should appreciate more, especially for women. So because you've talked about singlehood, and because now you're on a stage where
you're
many
an
people
ambassador.
see you and I feel like people now have like
an entitlement to you being,
it's like
you are now the ambassador of the singles and you cannot be anything other than single.
Yeah, so like when
It feels like a betrayal.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
When you get into a relationship.
when someone sees you on a date, it's a thing that people talk about in a WhatsApp group or a Facebook group. So I've been told, and I'm like, my life can't be this interesting that you have a group where you're talking about this. So it's
Really?
weird. I would say it's weird, but I feel like outside of those, or maybe this and that, I don't feel like my personal life has changed a whole lot.
Yeah.
I don't feel like what people are looking for me. Also, I don't know, I feel like I'm not, people don't recognize me quickly. I don't know, people never do. The odd thing is usually people meet me, then you can see a bit of recognition.
I think I know this.
Then when I talk, people are like, your voice is familiar, you must be this person. So people don't usually recognize me instantly. So I think that's kind of nice. I still have a bit of a blanket.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I can't say that things have changed a whole lot.
Yeah. Prim?
I think for me, I didn't see that extent until I lost some weight. I think before I didn't have I didn't think so much into it. For me, I think there are like three things that have made it scary, that have made it very sad, that have made this sad.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that each time I will talk to like a personal friend about something, and they'll be like, oh my God, your followers, what are you going to tell your followers? And I'm like, why do you guys give so much credit to these people? Why does it feel like my life belongs to them?
To them.
Like, it's sad because now I finally think I understand how celebrities feel when they come out to announce their divorce or to announce certain things. It feels like they cannot live their lives a certain way. They have to come out and, and I see how people are like, so are you going to discuss, so how have you lost weight? Why have you lost weight? So how have you lost weight? Why have you lost weight? Why aren't you telling us? Why aren't you, why aren't you? And I can't believe that I got to a point where I had to type a message. I one day sat down with myself and typed a message. It was the saddest thing that I keep copying and pasting, and so many people are going to watch this and realize that I was sending that same message. And I was like, hi dear, while I choose to share a certain part of my life online with the community that we have built together, I'm intentionally not discussing this journey. It is and has been an exhausting, gruesome, heavy journey. There's so much that I'm still figuring out, so much that I'm still struggling with, and I'll probably discuss it one day. However, today is not that day. I thank you so much for respecting my boundaries. Like, when I sat down and typed this message, it was such a sad thing for me because I can't believe that
You're telling strangers.
that I'm discussing this.
Yeah.
That it's something you feel like I am owed to you, right?
Yeah.
And so I've had so many things being said. Oh, she did this, she did that, she did that, she did. Oh, she did a tummy tuck, or she did liposuction, or she did gastric bypass, or she did gastric sleeve. So whatever I did and whatever I didn't do, I am not ready to talk about it. And whenever I am ready,
You will.
I will talk about it. But what I don't understand is the harassment that has come with it. The harassment from the DMs, from the comments. Like, I'll be talking about something else and someone is just like, what are you doing to lose weight? Why are you losing weight? Choka, you girl. You made us fat, now you left us here. But I have not talked about my struggles. I've not talked about my lowest moment that led me to this journey that I am on today. I've not talked about the fact that I once weighed 140 kgs and I could not wipe my butt. That was my lowest
Couldn't
moment
reach.
that
Yeah.
I couldn't reach. My lowest moment in life, that I had to keep washing my underwear with some stains on it because I couldn't wipe myself. That I could not sit on a latrine and carry myself up. You get? I'm not talking about the fact that I was pre-diabetic, that I've struggled with high blood pressure. Like, these are things that I didn't come out to tell you online. But you want me to come out and now tell you I do not know. I say, like, it's a whole journey that I've not shared, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I hate that everyone that meets me lately just tells me, but now what are you going to do about your brand? Your brand was about plus size, but I'm still plus size because I'm size 16. I'm still size 14. So now what are you going to do about your brand? I'm like, I'm a human being outside of this brand.
Yeah.
I am a whole entire human being.
But also, Prim, I feel
outside
like
of-
you, more than
Yes.
plus size, you have been about loving your body,
about
whatever it
loving your
is.
body, which I do.
really has
Yes,
been
Yeah.
like
just
that's
that.
that. You remember when we set out? That was the narrative that I was
Yeah.
pushing. That is who I wanted to be. Number two, I don't like how people have just reduced me to being a billboard, to being a salesperson, to being an influencer. I'm a human being. I recently stumbled into someone's class, and they're just like, "Don't call it a story. Come and do for me a story." And I'm like, no, I'm just here as a human being today, and there's someone supposed to be. I'm not there, and I don't want to be seen on. Hey, make a story. Like, I see how when I meet people, I am so scared that the first thing you're going to ask me for is, come and promote my business, because that's what happens. But please get to know me as well. Get to know me as a human being. Sit down with me, and I have a good sense of humor, and let's laugh about something. You get? Like, I'm not just a means to have your business out there. Yes, like I don't get it. Okay, fine. At least when it's a business, a professional thingy, approach me, professionally, right? But don't see me at, like, say, a baby shower of a mutual friend or bridal shower, and you tell me, but
I
come
have
and give
this,
us a
come
shout
and-
out
yeah.
event. It feels like there's nothing else I'm good for apart from promoting your brand. And to tell you the truth, that really sucks.
That sucks.
Another thing is how my partner and I personally, I've chosen to keep him out of the limelight. I don't like how, you guys, we don't go out on dates. We don't go out on dates. When we go to like a certain event, like wedding or something, we enter separately at different minutes, because guess what? I don't think it would even have been a big deal that I don't post him. But what makes it a big deal is how my friends tell me, people are obsessed. People keep asking me, do you have a photo of Bobuna? Do you have a photo of Do you have a photo? Then I've had some people say, but I think that man is ugly. My friends come and tell me, that man is ugly.
Bambi,
people
he's
say
not.
that man is ugly. That's why you hide him. Oh, but that man is short. Oh, but that, and yet I've always shared that I am really naturally attracted to what the world does not think are good-looking men, right? Naturally, like it wouldn't. I'm not even ashamed. By the time I choose to date someone, I'm not ashamed of your opinion of who he is, right? But when I saw just how much, like, I can't believe when we go with mutual friends. I have a group of friends where we both attend together, and I'll tell him, please don't be in these photos. And the first time my friends were like, why are you doing this? Why are you being controlling? And I'm like, no, I don't know. This photo is going to be on your status, and he'll be the only person that they cannot place out of the group. That and it has come
then
down
it will go all of
At first it wasn't, but I'm hiding him, but the way, the obsession with which it became, the things that I've had. But she doesn't talk about her partner anymore. Do you think they broke up? I think Prim Bamchai, you guys. Do you understand those things? So it's for me lately, it's why I've shared before on my platform that I'm stepping back from socials a bit, because of how I think I woke up one day and something that I used to enjoy so much
enjoyable
had become sad.
Yeah.
You know, like talking about like relationships, that is a future fear that I have. It hasn't settled in now yet, but then I think about that time and how, like, even that person, how people will on them, and like I don't even just being together in public. You sit with someone and then people talk about it. You're like, so the day when I said this is my husband. I do fear that for the future. Like, I don't know what it would look like, and we're only going to grow. It's not like we're going to go backwards.
No.
So,
I think for me, what would I say? It's been ups and downs, obviously, but right now, I think I've found a comfortable space in the fame. I've found a comfortable space. I think I've set my boundaries quite clear. I rarely have, even when I'm out with my family, I rarely get people walking up to me, which I like. No, don't get me wrong. I love it when people come to me, but sometimes you're not in the mood like any other human. And I feel like most people have been able to read the room, when I'm with my husband and we're all lovey-dovey. Why are you coming? Oh my God, Claire, I love you. You get it, eh? I will not be rude, but I will not be amused, and I will not hide it. But I really love the community aspect of being on Boss Babe, because that's what I'm famous for. So people don't even know me as Claire. They call me Boss Babe. So that community is something that I love. I love that people come to me and say, Claire, you give me the courage to start my business, or to do ABCD, or to apply for ABCD, or or to just take the leap. That's what I love. And I love that I've created, the internet is so full of negativity, mostly. Most spaces, most communities have, that's where they talk about, the WhatsApp groups they talk about us. Now for me, I'm the kind of person, I will never be in a WhatsApp group of Lugambo. I will never be in a WhatsApp group, anything. I will not consume content that does not feed me. You get? And feed me, it has to be putting money in my pocket or some way, knowledge that will put money in my pocket, something that will put money in my pocket. That's the content I consume. And I keep saying, even hate, I don't talk about haters on my page. So it's become a community of just women that are chasing the bag. Totunyumeza. And I love it. It's something that really warms my heart when I see people growing from a community that I started. I didn't even know how big it would be. Yeah. So right now I have a really, really, really healthy relationship with most of my audience. I wouldn't even say followers. They are just an audience. We're a community. I'm just up on the podium and everyone else, we're just having a conversation. That's what I look at it. And because I've kind of created that kind of feel that everyone is respectful here, I really do. I enjoy it. There are parts where my private life is my private life. If it is on the internet, I don't consider it that private. You will never smell anything that's that is private.
Yeah.
You get, but obviously I still have a few issues. Obviously, some fears of like my marriage and stuff. I think people noticed I suddenly stopped talking about my marriage. I just felt like I had suddenly felt like I was starting to. People were starting to feel entitled. And that's the problem with human beings. You give them a handshake, they want an embrace. You get, so I stopped talking about my marriage. I really did. I just don't do that anymore. Once in a while, and it will probably be regurgitated things I've already said before. So I have kind of closed that door. People do not ask me.
But you say you once said this, you once
yes.
said that.
So
change your mind.
no, I am I'm not ashamed of changing my mind. I am not.
Remember the time I left you guys at Endiro and Bubu and I were going to see his family.
Yes.
And there were some people that follow us, and I am so grateful. Like I was so scared when I saw someone that I knew. I'm like, oh my God, I think she'll send a photo to like her friends and say, this is the person here, he is. And I remember at some point he stood for us to pose in a photo. He called the photographer, come and take. And I was like, don't hold me, because his cousin was like, don't hold me, let it just look like we are just three random people. And I remember he said, I told you, this has to stop. Like, it has to stop.
You're too anxious.
Yes, like, if these photos end up somewhere.
It's fine. It's not the end of the world.
You're not sleeping with a married man. You're not stealing something. Like relax. But I realized that there's like another layer of me that is just always on guard. Always on guard of walking to a place, laughing, and I immediately just change and walk away.
Yeah.
Like at times, I don't even warn him. I'll just
go.
I mean, there's also something that you have to.
You have to, that anxieties are you.
Because sometimes there's all that external stuff, but then you also add another layer of Prim, like what you're putting on yourself. Because at the end of the day, there's no hiding forever. It's not possible. Yeah. You're with your person. Like there's no.
Yeah. I'm always like, even the people that know us, I feel like I'm at their mercy. I feel like
please don't post.
Oh, thank you so much for keeping it under wraps this entire time. There's a girl who once told me that. Well, actually, no, partner, my sister was your neighbor. Man, if you're watching this, I am grateful. I think this is the second time I'm mentioning her. I am grateful because she's like, I didn't see the point of posting you or your partner in your home, because home it feels like
private.
Home is a private place. It's a place, that should be. You should feel safe. So she's like, if I ever took away that safety from you, I don't know what you'd have done.
But I feel like, Prim, you need to work through it, because you are literally giving people the power. Yeah. You get, because if you let it be and let it leave the power, you understand.
Like, what am I afraid of? Though?
What are you afraid of? He is. First of all, he is not ugly. Yeah. Second, he's a wonderful guy.
Looks or anything.
It's you.
I feel like you will come into my life. It's like there's a part of my life.
I feel like it's now the other way around, because they're already in your life. They're in your head. Yeah. Do you understand? That fear is already controlling you. Yeah. So you need to find a way. Either talk to, just find a way of releasing it. What's the worst? The rest of us whose husbands are known. What happened?
Like there's a certain
privacy.
Part of my life that is just mine.
Everyone manages differently. So you won't post him on your page or anything, but regardless, people will see him here and there. Yeah. And so you allow it.
Just allow it.
Just life. As in, I think you need to think about it like any other normal person.
I think
like,
so
you're famous. People will see you and be like, oh, so that's him. Maybe someone will take a picture. Maybe they won't. But what does it matter? That's your person. And then what?
Yeah.
What do we do?
Yeah.
I always feel like somehow it's like opening a door.
But no, actually,
we're just human beings that exist on earth. You don't have control over that door. People are going to see him. Whether you hide him in a basket, I don't know. They're going to find him.
They're going to. You don't have to post him, but you have to now be okay. You're not the person that's going to. Yeah. You're not going to be the one who puts it out there, but you have to be okay, because now people are obsessed, and you need to release that power they have over you, that fear, because nothing will happen. The sun will shine. You will still be breathing. The relationship will not die. Nothing will happen. Yeah. So let's talk about trolls and the negativity. Yeah, we get a lot. Obviously, not a lot.
Honestly, the ratio of like wonderful people in the audience who are kind and supportive and all these things, like the ratio of those guys to trolls is like 9 to 1.
Yeah. The
100%, even like 0.5.
Yeah, I remember though, there's a lady, Joe. I hope she's watching this. She came for our show from Nairobi. Man,
that woman changed my life that day as
Joe,
well.
Changed my life. remember after the live show, and there was like all these things going around, and I had said, like when Claire was going through it, she was so nervous on, I think, Friday night. She was nervous and shaking, and I was telling her all these things of, we built something good, we've done it, we've made it. Fiona, you and I are 3 good brands on our own. We don't need anyone. We are okay. We are okay, and it's okay if this and that happened, if all these things are being said, we are okay. And I remember when I came back on Saturday night, when I left you guys at, what's that bar for young people?
Volt. No.
Vault.
When Volt? I think it was Volt. This one
we went and you guys entered, and I remember looking at it. Everyone was so young, and I was like, oh my God. I remember staying outside. Then Liz came and tried to tell me about we go inside, and I was like, the one next to Alchemist.
Volt.
Yes. Yes. You guys left me outside. I was dumbfounded. I was in shock because I saw people puking right there. I was like, this is what we did at Stakeout.
Yeah.
So I just, like,
15 years ago.
Yes. I left the car and entered, and I came and parked in the Sky's basement. There, like in silence, like now fine silence. The show is done, and the silence. And I sat with my thoughts like, were you saying these things out to Claire or to yourself? It's like now it hit me, and I kept, I almost got into an accident in Lugogo, just going through the things, the posting, tap, 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 to see everything that's being said. All those ones are even like this, all those ones are like that. But I remember when I had breakfast on Sunday morning with Joe.
That woman changed my life.
God bless you. That girl told me that, when I was telling her, we had some few, things here and there, some few glitches. And she's like, Prim, do not invalidate me. Do not invalidate me.
Who came from Nairobi.
I came all the way from Nairobi.
To watch you.
I sat on a bus for over 13 hours to tell you how much you've changed my life. I came to tell you that in person. Like, I wouldn't do that for so many musicians and artists, but I got on a bus. I could send it to your DM. I could post a photo on a story and say, oh, well done. But I sat on a bus, got into an Airbnb, spent money, and I was like, I need to tell this woman, you changed my life. So she's like, do not invalidate me. And every woman that sat in that hall, every woman that sat in that hall, that left the things they had to do, came and sat with you people. The whole day. And I forget when you said, let's go for a break. My fear was that now we're going
people are going to come back. We're going to come back, and people are going to.
They each came back into the hall and sat. And when we said, guys, we have to wrap it up, they were like, no, you understand. When she said that, like, do not invalidate the good people in your life, the people that support you. It reminded me of the thing that Murugi said when Inti came. When she said that when I come and magnify the negativity on my platform, I'm taking away from the positivity that's on my platform. I'm taking it from the good people. When I highlight this bad comment, I'm taking it from all the good comments. And you guys, I said, looking at it, it was a whole glass half full, half empty. I said, looking that, Joe, you changed my life. You changed my life. I want you to know that you say that I changed your life, but you changed my life. Like, I said, looking at things like that, and now I'm very intentional about, there's a bad comment, just delete it.
Just delete.
Or there's someone dragging you on a certain platform, that's okay. You get. And Murugi also actually did it in her interview recently with Lynn. And she talked about something like, everyone is going to answer to God for the things that they do.
It is what my hands have done and what my mouth has spoken.
Said, yes.
Otherwise, there's nothing else I'm going to answer for.
No, so like, to tell you that the trolls are going to be there, but I don't even look at it that way. And another thing that I've learned is, you guys, you don't even have, like, I realize you don't have to address everything.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, they're saying that you did this and that and that. You you just wait it out. Wait it out. You gauge. What do you address? What do you not address? Silence.
I rarely address anymore.
On the issue of trolls, really.
We're really grateful that we've each on our platforms built a wonderful community.
You guys are wonderful.
I just saw few. It's like it's not even worth
it's not. It's really not. I've learned that I used to blast back friends.
That whole clap back.
I used to blast back.
You quickly
and try the explosive one.
Yes.
But I don't anymore. I don't. And if I do, I don't do it
Imagine you don't.
Imagine. Aki babe. Hi, Kenyans. So I feel like what was I going to say? So if I say something that was said to me negatively, I use it as a way to help anyone who has ever gotten such a comment, like how I deal with that kind of comment, because so many people struggle with what to do because there's a lot of negativity. That's what I do. I use it as more of a helping my own audience rather than clapping back to the other person, but that's also rare. Okay, what were your family's reaction to this whole we are going to be on Instagram?
Did they know?
They didn't know. They didn't know.
But recently, after the nomination, when I posted, my mom sent me a message, you guys, she was in the requests. She's there. I said, I swear. She's like, go, you're meant for the stars. I swear to God. And we've discussed that. We don't know how to feel. Remember when we said that we don't know how to feel? And you guys, the first instinct was, block her. I blocked her, but I've recently thought about it in like the past few weeks. Why did I block her? Meaning she has been there consuming my content this entire time. And also she keeps telling me, people tell me, go on TV, over YouTube, nothing of it. But when she sent me that DM, I just blocked her. But then as I said, when I feel like, why am I blocking her? Let her see.
Yeah.
Let her take a peek into my life. Maybe she'll get a chance to know.
Understand who you are. Yes.
It's going to give her a peek into who I am. Maybe she'll probably see things the way I see them. I think it's going to help our relationship. So I'm going to unblock her so she gets to experience me as a person that she doesn't as a different person.
Yeah. I think for me, in the beginning, my mom didn't understand why. It just felt like I was just showing my entire life to the entire world. Yeah. And she just, you know how our mothers those days, they grew up in a time where that was unsafe. You can't give information of yourself. So obviously she felt it was from a loving point. I remember my older sister Stella told me, why are you putting your things on the internet? Like she was so completely flabbergasted by the fact that I talk on the internet a lot. I remember my brother even told me, me, I can't handle your things, don't put me there. My younger brother. But now, everyone loves it. Everyone knows that this is our superstar. This is our, you get it. And I remember there's a time my brother, as we were posting pictures, and then he said, but for me now, you don't post me. A while later, after he told me don't post, he had forgotten that he had told us not to post him. So then now he's like, he was offended that we don't post him, we don't tag him. It's like he didn't exist. That's what he said. Every now and then. Now, of course, it's not every day, but every now, like on his birthday or something. Yeah. We're like, but you had said not to post us. It's like, no, on my birthday at least. So now they see, they didn't understand it then, but now they do. Now, I don't know how my older, the extended family feel, but the people that matter the most, yes, the people that matter are.
Fiona's dad, you guys. I met him at All Saints. We had both attended a vigil, and he's like, and I'm like, oh hello, Fiona's friend. He's like, yes. Like, so he's very proud, and he's like, oh, I love what you girls are doing. Yes, so congratulations, well done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but then Fiona's sister is also on an online person.
Yeah.
So.
I think they still are trying to figure out. It's only, I think, like about a month ago was the first time my dad asked me, so can you explain to me exactly what you do?
She's like, what is it? Okay, you're on TV, so.
I was happy to have a
yeah.
to just kind of explain, it's like this. I knew they also didn't fully grasp it. It takes time, especially for their generation that's maybe at most on WhatsApp. So now starting telling them this platform, that platform, we are shooting, we are on a stage. Yeah. So I tried to explain it to him, and I thought, okay, it's like a start. In there something. I think what's sometimes we have these conversations and they get really personal, and of course those are the ones that your internet auntie sent to your mother. I don't know if I'll get used to that, but now that I've talked about it, I remember that that's on the personal side of things. There's some things you talk about. Yeah. Like, because first, by the way, we'll be here and we're jazzing.
Just as friends.
Like, we're jazzing. As well, I don't know I'm on camera. I know, but it can be far from me to think that someone is going to share it. Yes. So then they do, and I'm like, oh, right. Yeah. So that thing I said. Yeah. So it can be. I'm still figuring out how to.
But do you know what's funny? Lately, And anyway, I'm glad by the way we have this platform. I feel like this is a kind of platform that I would come in to give that tea about myself. But lately, I feel like I cringe when I remember everything that I've shared. Now,
You know, sometimes you're like,
lately I'm very private actually. I'm like, oh my god, why did I talk about that? Why did I do that?
we change.
That's the thing. I feel like I've changed, and I first of all, I am not yet recognizing who I am. Yeah, I'm in a. It's like I'm still moving. Like I feel to anchor. I'm becoming, but I feel like, why did I share that? Also, I regret how I used to dress. That's the other thing. I regret how I used to dress. That, oh my god, I am like, I'm going to. Oh my goodness, that there's a screenshot somewhere out there, or that there's this information that I can't take back. Now, this is what I feel like with the internet. That there's this thing that is going out that I can't just...
You can't take...
again
you can't
and take
vacuum
back.
back.
I really wish I had dressed... Oh, no. I wish I had dressed differently, but I cannot take back that. Like, I can't say, kindly bring back all those
photos,
stories.
kindly.
Those stories of me in a panty and a bra or in a bikini and whatever. But I'm also like, I probably needed to go through that journey. I don't know why I needed to go through it. Maybe I'll figure it out in future. But yeah.
Let's talk about how we have built something amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, well,
It's
it takes... Sometimes we forget. We
That's
take it
true.
for granted.
I think on
We
the hard
really
days
do.
especially.
Yes. And
I
there are
feel like,
many...
what is this for?
Yeah.
What is the purpose? What is the point?
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like that.
Yes.
But I think one of the great things we did is to start doing this live show. I feel like it's a wonderful reminder.
Yeah.
That day when you meet people in real life and you're doing this thing that we do online in person, it's such a wonderful reminder of the community we've built. I'm like,
really
what?
is.
Each of us,
So
I
all
think, is
you
actually more
people-
famous for TUO than on
our own
That's true.
personal...
That's true.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
true.
look at all, like even every time I remember that when we were walking in, people were cheering, and you're there both waving.
Literally.
Who are you
You're
waving
like,
am I celebrity right now?
I walked nicely. I walked nicely.
I walked nicely, but within me,
I don't know who am I. I am who I am. I think I am.
I remember that
Inside.
where I was just like,
inside me, I was like, but on top, I'm like,
what the hell?
Me, I had to even pretend to be a bit humble because the rest of you are being humble.
No, I
had to
swear.
become humble because I knew, you guys, for me from the beginning, I knew what I was building. I am not going to be humble about it.
I think that's for me.
Absolutely
that is when
not.
after our European history paper, when I knew that I had a
You
distinction.
had
It had
passed.
been so hard, but then I was just outside crying with
Shaking.
everyone else.
Yet you knew.
Yet I knew that maybe when those exams come back, guys, I'll have an A because I excelled. So anyway, the truth is, I do get you saying that you are not going to pretend to be humble, but me, the truth is, that is it. I was real humble. Like in my heart, it was just, it's like I stumbled into this.
It's humbling. Like, it's,
Yeah.
yes, I know
It
that
is
you've done it,
humbling,
and I'm
yes.
like, wow. But also, it's so humbling. You're like, look at all these amazing
Yeah.
women in there. Like,
People
in all
looked
there, I
beautiful on
don't
the
know.
live show. You
They really
Same.
did.
Actually, we
People-
didn't
you
post
guys.
enough photos.
You
We're going
guys,
to
we
post
have
more
Let's
them.
take time to
You
post photos.
guys
People were smart.
really showed out.
I'm like,
Wow.
these people really take us seriously.
They take us serious.
Like, look how seriously these people even take us. I'm
I was like, no, I don't even think it's just for this occasion. I feel like women in general,
Have become...
you guys, I feel like the internet has done that. And
We've
even we have
risen.
contributed to that. Like me, when
We've
I go to a place and I
risen.
see a big girl who's dressed nicely, I swear to God, most times I first hold my breath of, if this person, how come this person, like when you don't say hi, I'm like, how come you don't know me? Because I'm always like, I did that. It's your, like I'm the reason you're wearing crop tops. Like I'm so glad that we have this movement. So most times when you come and say, I'm like, oh yes, I knew it. I knew you were coming. Because I'm like,
Because you're my people.
Yes, you're my people. I always recognize my people. When I see a big girl in like shorts and like, you know, a shirt and it's tight
like,
and
these
it's
are my
I'm
people.
like, this is my movement. This is my movement. So I'm so happy that
It
when
is
I saw
really
women
nice.
Yeah.
dress
Yeah.
like that. Even lately, women dress well. Women are kind. Women are doing things.
Just showing up, having
Yes,
nice
opening
friendships, of
businesses and
raising
just
each
having
other.
open businesses. Yeah.
We're no longer in those communities where we are just bitching about men and bitching about other women and just tearing each other down, and you know, it's just beautiful.
What a time to be a woman,
What
by the
a
way.
time to be
What a
a
time to be
woman,
a black woman.
but also what a time to be a leader. as a woman.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Even to be a pioneer.
Yes.
You know, it's not that we were the first people to create content in this country, please. I'm not saying that. But to do what we are doing the way we are doing it is new. And I acknowledge as I'm like, we are pioneering something very important.
Yeah.
We may not even see what it's going to do in the next 10 years, but we're doing something really important. And I'm like, wow, I'm so proud of that. Like I was in an amazing space recently with amazing creatives. Shout out to MCI, they created an amazing Catalyst program. And I was with these amazing young people who are doing interesting things in film. You know what? I'm like,
And I think that people are always willing to
and in
share
that space, you know, like to be recognized in that space. Like I remember, like people talking like, "No, I know your podcast," and someone said, "Your podcast is the biggest podcast in Uganda." I said,
"You're like, are we talking about the same podcast?"
I was like, are they talking to me, or is there someone behind me with a big podcast?
Yes.
I'm like, thank you.
Are you a medium? Are you seeing a ghost
It's
around?
just like, wow. So you guys also feel that? I'm like, that's amazing. Thank you so much. It's so affirming, by the way, you guys. Like when you guys take the time to stop us and say, you know, this and this. You stay in my mind.
Do you know who I really appreciate? The gentlemen. Our TUA gentlemen. I've met a lot of people who said, who come and say, I watch men. For me, it happens more often than you would think. At least every week I bump into a man who tells me I watch your show. Someone I don't know, someone I've never met even. And then I'd be like, hey, but I'm sorry for the problems I might have caused in your home or whatever. And they're like, no, there are no problems. You know, you made me see and you made me understand women a little bit better. Not me. All of us. Like the show made him understand women a little bit better or appreciate, or there are things he didn't even think about. You know, and I get a lot of men telling me this. Now, they are not that, women are a lot more.
Of course.
But our gentlemen, our unpopular opinion gentlemen, the
you guys
community.
should tell us what we should call our community. I feel like we've never had a kawad.
Yes, we never have a kawad.
Which ones?
Yes, the in-betweeners, the movers. Now we need a kawad. Yes, guys, let us know. So I feel like we need to appreciate the gentleman. We really do. There's a gentleman I met, and he's like, I'm like, I didn't know you watch. It's like, well, when my wife is watching, she be
Most of them is like, I hear your voice on my wife's phone. I love that. Some have actually, some of them will just be like, the wives will not want to say hi when we met, or they are scared or something.
But the guys,
I had the guys come and say, my wife is a big fan. She's over there.
Yeah.
And
that's
like,
sweet.
It's very sweet. So this is a beautiful community. We have really, in all, 9 out of 10, we have enjoyed our journey.
And we're still enjoying.
We're still enjoying. We're still creating content. We are still here. We're all going strong. We're all learning together.
Yeah.
You know, think of it as a big stadium of 50,000 people. And we are all in this together. So yeah, that's all we had for you today. Thank you again for being part of this community. Let us know if you have any suggestions for what name we should call our community, because I feel like it's time.
It's about time.
It's time to give us a family name, yeah? Because now we're family at this point.
Cousin.
Subscribe.
Cousin.
Subscribe.
So on, so.
Subscribe, like,
comment,
share, and give us your opinions in the comments box.
One thing to ask you guys, let us know, because we really want to delve also into the audio space. Is that something you guys are interested in? Let us know. We want to broaden this so we can have maybe audio visual. Let us know.
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers.
Bye.